So as promised, talking about Israel. So Israel has formed a new government. They went a couple months without really having a functional government. They were continuing to have new elections. I think they had like 5 or 6 new elections. Bibi Netanyahu was going to be part of these corruption charges, and that never really materialized. And on it goes, and Likud is back in power again. Now, how did they manage to get back in power? Obviously, in a plurality of seats, right? So let's not, give them the credit they deserve. I suppose they did win a democratic election, but and what Bibi Netanyahu has done, and what the leaders of Likud have done for a while now, is they start to court these smaller, more extreme parties, and so really these coalitions, coalitions made up of a primary party and then lots of these little players. And so what it does is it gives these little players lots of ultra-Orthodox and very right-wing tiny parties have hitched their wagon to Likud. Now, Likud is being kind of drawn in. And don't get me wrong, Likud was perfectly happy being right-wing. Like, they're not like kicking and screaming doing this, but you're starting to see a much more vile set of policies being espoused by Likud and their majority, including you have leaders of the Likud party talking openly about annexing all of the Palestinian territories. And so this is really frightening, not just for me personally as a Jew and someone who supports Israel's right to exist, which, by the way, let's just address that for a second. I'm not saying that I totally agree with the government of Israel. I'm just saying it'd be nice for Israel to kind of not have to worry about war all the time. But I believe very strongly in the rights of Palestinians. So it's not, let's not misquote me here. So this is really nervous for people like myself, but also obviously it's very nerve-wracking for Palestinians who are already kind of these ideas like, oh, an annex. In order for that annexation to happen, you would need an incredible amount of military power. And that's not to say it doesn't happen. This is actually, for me, the more scary thing is because Israel probably has the military might to do this. Now, they're going to piss off a bunch of people, and those people might be the governments of neighboring countries. So it's hard to actually go through it, or this is just talk. But over the course of Israel has become more and more authoritarian in how it deals with Palestinians. There was effectively there was an ethnicity law that was put into effect, I think 2 or 3 years ago. I'm forgetting the exact date. Essentially, over the years, the rights of Palestinians have shrunk and shrunk and shrunk. Israeli settlers are destroying Palestinians' homes without recourse. Palestinians go to Israeli courts for justice, and they're not given anything. And Palestinians are being murdered every day by Israeli soldiers in all sorts of scenarios. Shireen Abu Akleh is just one example, but there are tons of Palestinians who've been murdered in Sheikh Jarrah in their homes in order to, on top of their homes to have in the streets, on top of their homes to make way for Israeli settlers in the streets. Mobs of Israeli settlers have been killing Palestinians, and the military stands by and does nothing or protects them. So we're starting to see kind of this theocratic fascism coming from the right wing in Israel, and it's very scary for the people who are involved. But also, as an American, it's actually even more. It's not even more scary, but it's scary in a different way because America, the United States, essentially pledged to support Israel no matter what. Now we kind of nominally have an obligation to a two-state solution, but if you look at the way that the United States has interacted with Israel in the past, we don't challenge them at all. I mean, even when Obama abstained from a what was the exact from a UN resolution that condemned Israel's behavior, Israel kind of went the Israeli government went totally bananas and was accusing Obama of anti-Semitism and all this stuff. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. criticism of the government of Israel, concern about the government of Israel and the actions of the political leaders of Israel is not anti-Semitic. Never has been, never will be. Looks at rhetoric and says, we're not going to do anything about it, right? There was in this country where we fought to make sure Jews were safe. And I appreciate that. Now we have to fight to make sure the people who are living among Jews are safe, because we, as Jews, not all of us, right? But like the political leaders in Israel are weaponizing Judaism, which is a religion of peace and tranquility and love and really affection. You shall treat the stranger. Is a line of liturgy that Jews say every year, over and over and over again, right? It's something that most Jews have heard of. So, this doesn't extend to all Jews, but we have, we have created a situation where we have become the thing that we are most afraid of. We have started to treat the strangers in our midst as we were treated in other places. And truly, this creates a situation that is untenable and is potentially catastrophic for the Palestinian people. So I know no one in the Israeli government is listening to me or listening to any lefties in the US, and I'm pretty sure there are no US politicians that are listening to this, but if you know a US politician in your life or an Israeli politician in your life, please beg them, ask them, demand of them, treat the stranger like the native, right? Treat these people like you would want to be treated. Don't speak in ways that evoke genocide. Don't create laws that remove people from their homes. I'm so nervous for the people of Palestine, and I see that the vitriol of the Israeli political class just increases and increases and increases, and it never goes away. And I don't know if there's a political wing in Israel that's strong enough to oppose this. If there is, chop, chop, guys, you got to move. There are guaranteed seats for Arab lawmakers. Work with them. Do something. This rhetoric and these policies cannot be allowed to stand. There must be a unified front. The United States, Israel's allies, the UK, other nations need to come in and say, no, this is too far. You cannot talk the language of genocide. You cannot talk about destroying the homes of a living people. It's disgusting, it's dangerous, and it betrays everything that people fought for us Jews in during the Shoah. We cannot become the thing that was used against us. It can't happen. When Jews say never again, we don't just mean it. Never means never again means never again for any. No Jew, no Muslim, no Palestinian, no Arab. We have to mean it. We have to take action to mean it.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, throw a like on it, share with your friends, and subscribe for more of our content. You can also find all of our videos and clips on youtube.com. Just search Let Them Eat Bread and you'll find all of our content. Alright guys, see you next time. Bye for now.